And welcome to the Indie Music Plus Facebook Live broadcast, episode number 35. Third broadcast episode on Facebook, actually, but we're not going to talk about that. Hey, Dave, what's up, man? Good to see you this evening on lovely Sunday night.
Nice to see you, Joe. We can't skip past the new haircut, which, people have been like building up towards. Sorry, I had some stuff going on back here. No, Joe, you finally cut your hair. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this is really how I like it, to be honest. But, I have alopecia, so I would get like holes. People that know me knows that I would get like holes around my head. So, I've had it treated and shots in my head and stuff over the past 4 or 5 years since it started to surface. And I finally just decided, screw it. I'm going to just start growing my hair out kind of as like as a backup. So 2.5, 3 years later, here I am, and I'm like back to normal again, no holes or nothing. So that means I'm like in a good place in life because it's the stress that makes me lose my hair. So
right now, we're getting rushes of Val Kilmer comments coming through Twitter, which I expected this. I knew this because I saw Joe before the long hair.
It's funny because that's what my grandmother used to say that I looked like was Val Kilmer. So
we're getting rushes of Val comments coming through.
But anyway,
sorry about that.
No, we wanted to do just some quick updates on just, the website and our business and everything. Like we've been getting some testimonials just from artists that we've been working with, and just wanted to thank them. It's just so awesome to hear that stuff when we can help their career in some way. But what's something that we didn't really expect with some of this stuff is that a lot of what we do for artists, they're sending us messages and saying like, yeah, dude, I just got rid of my publicist, or, publicist or PR rep, old school, just managers or something that would, charge bands like $300, $400, $500 a month
or more.
And, but if they don't understand social media and web development, then it's a real struggle for them to make an impact for an artist and grow their fan base. And then we're having artists saying, it's like, yeah, I ordered like a $10 or $20 service of your guys, and you did more for my band than they did in 6 months. And we're like, wow.
Yeah. What are these people doing for these bands? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I just think it's, we're at a really interesting time in, I guess, the market, just in the ecosystem of indie music and music promotion and marketing, everything. And I think some people are just getting just the management side is, I think bands are realizing that certain people are not necessary, the cost of just because totally. they can work directly with people like us for what we do, and they can get so much more for 1/20th of the cost or something. But anyway,
Yep. And it's all about what people know when going into it and what goals they have to begin with. Some people don't even want to pay the $3 to submit to us. And it's like, well, okay, have a good day. Go on your merry way. You don't want to spend any money on yourself. So nobody's going to want to spend any money on you, really. But beside the point, we have another big transition going on. Just want to quickly change topics here. Blab is dead.
Yeah. What a year, man. You want to reflect on it for 30 seconds or?
Yeah, just a second. It was really weird how it happened. And I almost I was trying really hard not to feel gypped out of the deal, because how things went down, it's all of a sudden, sorry guys, we're done. It's well, that's kind of what happens with restaurants I worked at before in the past, where it's show up one day, it's hey, I'm here to work. And they're no
warning, no warning to go, hey, everyone, go save all the videos that you shot and recorded over there. Give us 7 days maybe to download everything. But I think we got all our stuff saved, right? Because we
Yeah.
So, but did you save that the latest artist interview, or was that?
The last one that we had was gonna be the last scheduled featured artist interview on Blab, actually, anyways. So it worked out, but it was Man, I think it was the lady. I think it was the featured artist connection, but overall, just Blab was not working well that day. And I was like, and then our friend Allison messaged me that night, and I was sleeping. I woke up and she said Blab died last night. I'm like, well, can't say we didn't see it coming, really.
Yeah, but just so to keep it brief for the show, it's like there was some annoying stuff, from the management end, just stuff that I don't know, a lot of people really had problems and had issues with the way it was being run. But on the positive side, I mean, like, you look back at the year, how many friends you made, like, that's where we met Rob Hicks, and like everyone we work with now.
Crazy.
I mean, it's like, what an amazing experience. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating there, just like hundreds of new friends, like business contacts, like it altered the path of our careers.
Totally.
It's like you can't forget that. So
it got me into live streaming. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Blab. So
absolutely.
So it was fun. I just, everybody that's there, hopefully we will see you somewhere. I know everybody's scrambling for a place to hang out. I know I'm looking at a bunch of different places. So, Gail from the Legacy Recorder, who is hanging out with us tonight here on Facebook Live. Also, again, we work with her too. So, anyway, let's get on to some music. We've been yabbering way too long about stuff that doesn't matter that much anymore. So anyway, let's move on to this first song of the evening. This is a guy that I found off the website, Alexander Lindo, with his song "Hurt." You're gonna really like this song, Dave. This is your right up your alley on the Indie Music Plus Facebook Live broadcast.
And not in me, I see there's a conflict. Super mind cannot diffuse it. Give me one reason why you think I'd be drowning. I always place my head in the right direction. I'm left all alone in this sick, wretched world, left with no choice but to succeed. Give me one reason why you think I'd be drowning. I always place my head in the right direction. Give me one reason why you think I'd be drowning. I always place my head in the right direction. Are you stuck in an illusion with no viable solution? Are you stuck? Are you hurt?
Lindo with his song "Hurt." That's a submission straight off the website. And dude, this guy can sing. His song's like totally ready for the radio, I think. I liked it.
So, what a freaking voice, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'll use my first curse word on Facebook Live. Holy shit. Like, what a voice, man.
Yeah, man.
That's just like a powerhouse voice, like Sebastian Bach. I mean, there's actually a little George Michael in there, but more like Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Man, like, wow. That was an experience. I mean, I actually verbalized like, wow. And I'm just like sitting here alone in my office. And, the music though, like it was like, as a song, like as a production, it wasn't like totally perfect to me, but like the vocals just shot like Jesus, man. Like,
yeah, it's good.
There's so much he can do with that. But so the style of music that he chose to write and produce, they're just stuff like I think the drums have to be bigger in this song. Like it sounds like the snare was muted. Why? I'm not sure. I think that was just his choice as a mixer, because when you look in the credits on his YouTube video, it's like he did. He's like, he was guitar mixing, mastering, all that stuff, which I've done, you've done, and you know, you can kind of get lost in your own like art sometimes when you do every part of it. But I know my vision with it. It's like I wanted to do an album or two like that because I just wanted to create the music that I heard in my head, and it like as a piece of art. I wasn't thinking about marketing. I just wanted to create what I heard. So I always respect that. But I just don't like the background music was nice. It was like, it was well done, but I think it was a little low. I think he put his voice out in front, which it deserves to be. But yeah, I just have like production tips, which is bring the drums up. I mean, it needs to be higher in the mix. But what do you think, man?
I thought it was overall produced very well. I mean, I think that it was a little thin, if you will, in some places. But you know, yeah, I enjoyed it. I've been like, I have a whole lineup of. I've been methodically going through the website with where we get the free podcast submissions, and I'm methodically going through and listening. And he's been on the list for a while to be on the podcast, and I was excited to have him on here. So
Oh man, yeah.
You know, we only do 3 songs a week.
No,
so
I know. Yeah, I hear
we literally get hundreds of submissions. You know.
Yeah, in terms of the thinness, I know I just listened to the YouTube video, which, you know, they have their own compression that they do. So it was a touch thin. It could like use some more bass and like big drums. Like that's just what I feel would fit with this kind of stuff. But again, man, for the 3rd time, what a voice.
Yeah.
Like,
so, and on that note, let's go ahead and move on to some more music, shall we? I want to talk to some people in the audience real quick. I want to welcome Allison and Gail and from Blab, friends we've met on Blab. And also I want to say hello to a good friend of mine, Mr. Philip Coleman. I don't know if he's still in here, but he's better known as God Cloud, really good producer and rapper, and also amateur semi-professional wrestler here in town. So shout out to him. So anyway, let's move on to the featured artist of the week. This lady is from Chicago. Surprise, surprise. And we know all the quality music that's coming out of Chicago lately. So this is K-Soul, featured artist of the week, with her song Time to Fly. Thank you for watching the Indie Music Plus Facebook Live broadcast, episode 35.
You will never be enough. No one's listening. Throw in the towel. Just give up. All these voices in my head, telling me all these lies, like you never get ahead. And I can't let the fear falling keep me planted on the ground. And I can't be too scared of flying. No looking down. It's my time to fly, spread my wings and fly away. It's my time to soar, can't wait another day. It's my time to fly, spread my wings and fly away. It's my time to soar, can't wait another day. They say the dream is free, but the hustle is so separately. So many want the fame, don't want the change, the sacrifice, the lonely nights, the process over progress. Let that process. And I can't let the fear falling keep me planted on the ground.
And that's K-Soul with Time to Fly, straight out of Chicago. That's our featured artist on the Indie Music Plus site this week. I found myself singing her song at the grocery store today or yesterday, I think it was. And I'm like, where did I know that song from? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's our featured artist of the week. So I really like this kind of style, man. The neo soul thing is really awesome to me. She, uses, claims influences of Jill Scott and all that vein of neo soul, you would call it, Eric Badu and all that stuff. And the real poetic side of it, is I like that. So she's, doing the damn thing, I guess you could say. So she is working it really hard. She's also it's sponsored. She's a what's called a brand ambassador for Rude Boy Clothing. She's a plus model there, so she gets to travel all over the country and do awesome events and stuff for that.
That is super cool. Yeah, I mean, something you didn't mention it. To me, you can't avoid like the retro '80s R&B vibe to this. I mean, that's where it brought me. I mean, like even like the Jets. You remember the Jets? Like it just kind of like a real simple like groove with nice mellow sound. All that stuff, but. Man, I would assume that she's going to watch this show. So, Kay, here's like, I have a theory. I don't like I've said before in the show. I don't really just read about the artists like all day before I do these reviews. I like to listen to them like 2 hours before the show, just so they stay fresh in my mind, so that I can remember all my thoughts on it. And, yeah, like I have a theory with her, and I could be wrong, but this is just my feeling. Like she has a lot of strength in her voice. Like you hear it at times in her song, but then it kind of pulls back. And I think in her choruses, she has this like really tight vibrato going on that to me sounds like it kind of wavers a little, like almost like it becomes weak, like it's like almost pitchy. It's not like a solid vibrato, and it sounds to me like she's holding back. So my theory on this is that maybe, I don't know how long, I would guess she's been singing for many years because she has a lot of strength, man, during most of the song. But my theory is that maybe she's holding back a little. Maybe she's trying to sound like one of her favorite artists or trying to sound like someone else. But, you think of like Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, Adele, more recently, like you listen to them. Does it sound like they're trying to sound like someone? No, they're like, they have like got over that wall. They are letting loose. This is what I got. This is who I am. This is my voice. Boom. Here I am. And it's like, I feel like, maybe hearing that, if Kay hears that, maybe she can get over a wall, because I feel like she's like right about to just like let loose, and maybe that helps her. So
yeah, it's funny. I know that what you said about that. I noticed a lot of the same things with. I think it was a lot of production aspects. Their producer I don't want to say covered up some things, but he was able to mix her voice so it's the strongest possible feel. But to trained ears like ourselves that were listening to it, I could hear a little bit of that intense vibrato that you're talking about, and that was one of the things that I would critique as well, pretty much. So
yeah, like I don't think any part of what she does is like the extent of her skill. Like I don't think she's reached it yet. Like that's just what I sense. I just sense she's holding back. Like maybe, I don't know. I think I've said what I wanted to say, and that's
cool. Well, you can check her out on the website all week on indiemusicplus.com. Let's go ahead and go to the next tune. This is the guy that the video to this song is awesome. If you guys can find this on YouTube, it's Soul of Bass. The name of the song is Learning to Let Go. I believe this guy recorded the video in Bangkok, Thailand, and there's a couple of pandas in it. That's all I'm going to say. So live broadcast episode 35. This is Soul of Bass, Learning to Let Go.
lines of feather tails that glow. Oh, if I could known the secrets floating in your head. Yeah, then I would shout, yeah, then I'd shout aloud, thank you. Hell is heaven, hell inside of your hand, like butterflies. You open and then you notice the sheet is lost off her will, and no longer flies. You enter, but conversations have turned her to the moon. I once held her under the full gaze of the sun.
Love bass, learning to let it go. Straight up submission off the website this week. Or actually, it was a couple months ago. I think he submitted. I'm a little backed up on the submissions on the website, but I really like the song. The video is really, really cool. It really caught my attention at first because of the production of it. It's really cool because he's singing and his voice is perfectly with the words, but all the stuff in the background, it's going faster and slower and faster and slower. And you can tell he like his body's like kind of doing this. So you can tell he like it was a lot of work to do the video. So
Yeah.
a couple of pandas in it, but it's really, really cool. This is the one earlier that I thought that you were going to really, really like. I got confused in the order for a second, but
Yeah, I was thinking of, and again, I just love how indie artists are making videos at like low to no cost. I mean, it's so cool. Yeah, that like I thought of the Shins. The Shins came to mind for this type of sound. Little stripped down, cubist. I don't know, cubist indie. That's kind of maybe that'll start gaining steam for a new genre. Yeah, man, this is like one of those songs. It was really cool. It's like if I heard this like as the new intro of like a new sitcom, like if the right person listens to it, it's like, hey man, that's different. That's cool. I like it. Let's make that our theme song. Like it in that sense, it's ready. I mean, with the whole like emo indie vibe, with this type of song, if the vocals kind of waver a little, it's more acceptable just because it's like a raw type of vibe and people kind of, I don't know, they accept that if it's that type of song. But yeah, man, super cool, different, unique, fun. I don't really have much more than that on this.
No, it's a great song.
I want to follow the guy and just kind of see what he's doing. I mean, like his creativity, you see his creativity in his music, and then you see his video, and it's like, oh, okay, I see how that works. He's really, really unique guy, and it's just someone you want to just kind of follow along and see what he's doing and hope that he continues to put out content and grow. And then I love it, man.
He has a YouTube channel. He's got quite a few subscribers, so I know he's got a fan base, and he's got there's quite a few videos on there. I haven't looked at any other ones yet, but I'm going to. So yeah.
One more thing I wanted to say about Faith Soul, like the strength of their voice. It was like the strength of Mount Fuji. And I'm sure Candy Sakai would respect that comment. But please continue.
Cool. Well, I was thinking we should wrap it up. Do you have any final words for the evening? We try to keep our show at about 30 minutes so that people don't get bored.
No, just something quick. Like, we'll touch back on this whole like VR stuff next week, but how backed up are we in featured artists and reviews right now? Is it like 3 or 4 weeks or?
It's a little bit. So how many orders we get and stuff. But
if you're an artist listening right now, like if you should order like featured artists or a review right now, because that'll be seen in 4 to 6 weeks during the midst of like this new campaign we're running. So it's going to be perfect timing. So, if you're on the fence, I would do it now, but that's it.
Cool. All right. So Facebook Live broadcast episode 35 is complete. I am JoJo Keys, sitting here with David Warber. We want to thank everybody in the audience for watching us and hanging out with us tonight. The death of Blab. So everybody go mourn and let's find a new place to hang out. So everybody go ahead and share this video for us so we can get a lot of views and more people in here next week. Thank you for all of your support. We want to thank Enlightened Audio Visual, Robert Hicks and Sam Gonzo for pushing all those buttons and pulling all the levers for us and telling us what to do so we can just sit here and look pretty and listen to music. So catch us next week. If you don't mind, check out or keep your eyes open for the event that I set up for this so that we can invite some people and let everybody know about the broadcast for next week. So again, thank you for watching Facebook Live Indie Music Plus broadcast episode 35. Catch you next week.